Hey, what's up my wild mustachians, and welcome back to another wild gold making video. Today, we're going to be covering 4 spots that are really amazing for raw gold making. So this is our top 4 raw gold spots. Alright guys, so basically first and foremost, I do want to say right now, this is all going to be soloable. So basically if you just are by yourself, you can do this. The whole point about this video and this channel is to make it where you can do it by yourself. Honestly, I don't really care for the 2 group stuff and everything, even though, yeah, you could get a lot more gold out of so forth. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is for you to do it yourself and actually get as much gold, if not more gold, than a group. And now let's get right into it. So first and foremost, I want to say this number 4 is just a pretty cool spot. Is in the current expansion. Is actually going to be a visual hill. Now I will say right now there's some goods and bads, which I'm going to be going for each one of them. The good thing about this is that it's going to give you anywhere from 2k to 3k raw gold an hour. And it's going to have fast respawns, current greens, and epics, meaning that these are our current expansion greens and epics, so they will sell a little bit more. And also, too, as well, Alliance gets help from the NPCs. Sorry, Horde, you do not get any help at all. With that said, it's actually a good linen farm, and honestly, if you're a linen and you want to actually collect linen while you're doing this, this is going to be a great spot for you. Now, the bad things. The bad thing is Horde, you don't get any help at all from the NPCs. They try to attack you. And on top of that, they don't drop anything. Also, too, as well, there is no mount drop here at all. So, basically, it's not the best spot, but it is an original spot that I found when the first, the expansion all started. Now, with that said, you might see other people questioning here, too, as well. So, be prepared for that. So, I don't know if this actually goes to aggro for Horde. Actually, it doesn't, because I'm doing here as a Horde player. It doesn't actually get you aggro as in PvP, so you don't have to worry about other players actually just, massacring you or killing you. Now, with that said, let's get on to number 3. Alright guys, so number 3 is actually going to be raids, and the reason why I put raids at number 3 is because this is more consistent and you can actually depend on this every week. Now, I do want to say there's a good and a big bad, so let's get into the good. So, first and foremost, I will say that it depends on how many raids you do. If you actually start at Catalysm and onward, you can get anywhere from 40k to 50k, but if you don't, you can get a little less than that. So, the less you can get is probably about 10k if you just did, like, Mr. Panda, or if you just did WAD. Now, let's actually get into all the good. The good is going to be a lot of raw gold and the chances of mounts and pets. Now, the mounts and pets can sell in the auction house, but we're not here for that. Also, too, as well, it's going to be very fast because your level is very high, and honestly, you can just wreck everything up to WAD. Now, I do want to say right now, too, as well, that Legion is not included in this because it is not basically an old raid, meaning that it still was only going to give you 1 item per boss. Now, once the next expansion comes out, that will actually change. Now, I do want to say too as well that nobody can bother you while you're doing this. So literally, you can go in there and say, ha ha ha, you can't get my mob. I can get all this and all stuff. And you don't have to worry about anybody. That's a big plus to me, and I don't know about anybody else, but that's always been something I enjoyed because sometimes I like to play by myself and don't have to worry about another player. Now, I do want to say right now, there's one big bad, and this is the biggest bad of all of it, is that it's once a week, guys. So you're actually just basically WAD blocked, or just raid blocked, and you actually can't do this more than once unless you have other tunes, which is not hard in this day and age. Then you can get a tune out of the 110 or just buy that. Now, with that said, let's move on to number 2. Alright guys, and that number 2 is going to be a Legion spot called Island of the Watchers. This is something I showed you a while back, and honestly, it's probably the top out of all these to get raw gold an hour, but I will say, compared to number 1, it's not consistent, because you could have people come here and so forth and everything, which we're going to cover. I don't want to go into the, off the script or off the thing. I don't really have a script, guys. I'm that skater kid who says, oh, I don't need to listen to you. I am cool. But anyways, the good thing about this is that you're going to actually have a fast respawn. It's just going to be great. But easy kills due to, past expansion. Also, too, as well, you won't see a lot of people, if you're lucky. And honestly, too, as well, the good green drops. Like, they drop a lot of green and so forth. But there's bads. The 3 bads, and the reason why I didn't make number 1 is, first off, the greens do not sell on auction house. Like, literally, most of these greens, you're going to just basically either disenchant them, or you're actually going to sell it to a vendor to make the gold that's 4 to 5k, which they're worth a lot, but it's just not worth a lot on auction house. Also, too, as well, the respawn is glitchy sometimes. Like, you literally can kill everything here, and you're like, where is this coming from? He lied to me. But honestly, you can just go leave the little phase area, come back in, and boom, they're back. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. Also, too, as well, there could be a person here, and if there's a person here, this just messes up your flow. So it's like, you know, it's good. It's better than the other ones I actually mentioned, because you could sit here and make that much an hour and keep doing this over and over and over, and compared to, like, you know, raid, so forth. But you do have that chance of someone say, hey, I saw this video, man. I'm going over here and doing myself. Hey, what are you doing there? You know, like an old man on the lawn, you know, the kids on the lawn. You're like, get off my lawn. But anyways, the point is, guys, it's a great spot, but it's not the top. Let's get into the number 1 spot. In at number 1, a lot of y'all should have known this, and a lot of y'all probably don't know this, is Iron Docks. And I'm going to say this over and over until it gets into your little head or your big head or whatever your kind of head you got, that Iron Docks is the best in the game at the moment for raw gold. If you do not want to sell the stuff on an auction house, which is fine, because I think some of these are inflated, whatever it is. But anyways, the point is that I'm trying to say right now is that in an hour, you can get anywhere from 3,844 raw gold to 4,511 raw gold. And that's me being a slow ass, basically. You can go in there and be, you know, oh, I'm a ninja, blah, 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 and go and get this done within a 35-minute period. Yeah, you'll get locked out, but you can get this actually shorter. And you can go do one of the spots I showed you, and boom, come back, so forth, so forth. The point is that this spot is legitly a great spot. And the auction house stuff, you know, they do sell a lot. Yeah, you say, oh man, in 30 minutes I got 100,000, 200,000 gold, which can be inflated. And I'm going to be right now that sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. They do sell still. But we're here for raw gold. So with the raw gold aspect, guys, you know, selling the green, selling everything you got, 4,511 gold in 1 hour is just plainly amazing. You cannot beat that, because the reason why I say you can't beat that is because this is consistent. You do not have to worry about other players. It automatically raw gold that goes to you. You do not have to worry about selling an auction house. So if you're a raw gold person, you're like, I want that gold. Let me have that gold. You're going to come here and do this spot. This is the spot you're going to want to do forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But anyways, the point is, if you put time in it, you can make a wild token in about a week and a half. But that's if you don't, if you just do like an hour a day, or if you do, you know, actually an hour a day. If you do like about an hour a day, and you probably make a wild token in a week and a half, there's no reason not to get a wild token just by doing this, you know. So if you fell and you're like, man, I only got 2 weeks left and all stuff, just do an hour a day of this, and you boom, you got a wild token. Or if you have more time on your hands, boom, keep doing this over and over again, and you get wild tokens, you know, eventually, like tons of them. But point is, guys, I just try to show you the best spots of raw gold that are my spots. You know, if you have other spots, let me know in the comments below. Remember, if you're gonna tell me about 2 group farms and this and that, no, I don't really care. I don't care. This is the whole point. It was about a single player going and doing and getting their gold, getting their moolah, getting their cash cow, you know, so forth. Well, with that said, guys, we got a lot of videos coming out this weekend. We got 0 to 1 million on Saturday, I think. Or maybe that's Sunday. I don't know which one I'm going to put that on. But we will have another video too as well this weekend. I am amped to do these videos. If you like the new format, if you like the new Komlit, let me know in the comments below. But I will say right now, basically the gold token giveaway will return next week. So don't worry about that. We got people actually that, you know, gonna actually win some tokens. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you're the one. But anyways, that said, guys, we do have a big announcement coming up this weekend. We are starting a 2nd channel, and we're going to get in detail in the next video. So with that said, like always, stay stashing.